Hey, in this lesson, we're going to be doing a quick overview of what we've covered in the earlier lessons with Google Docs. So we saw that we can create Word docs and we can open them up within Google Docs. So I've got docx extensions. This is a Word document, and I can open that up. So I can do a preview of it, or I can open it with Google Docs. So this is coming directly from my directory, from my drive. And we note that as well that the docs or the docx are having the docx extension, and it'll have this blue box here that will indicate that this is a Microsoft Word format document. We can convert them by using Save as Google Docs, and this will create a separate doc for it. So you can add it to your drive and access the sharing of the files and documents within the drive, and as well you can do the same thing within the docs within the share button. So you've got the same options. There's also the styling, so you can apply styles that are all the same, so make a uniform across all the documents. And one of the best practices is that you reusing and using styles and reusing them. So you can set the specific style types. So for all of your normal text, if you want to select and if you want to update the normal text, and let's say you want now the normal text to be this and slightly bigger, and this is what you want for your normal text, so you can apply it and save it, update the normal text to match. So all of the normal text on the page now has been updated to that style, and it's been shared across all of the normal text. And that's how you can update it really easily and quickly, or you can just simply select the one chunk of text that you want to update and apply the styles to it. So there are some styles, and it is similar to with HTML, where we've got the headings and the different heading sizes that we have. And the headings are used as ways to indicate that this is a new set of content, and also relevance. The smaller the heading number, the more relevant it is within the content. You also have the option to paint the formatting. So we can select the formatting we use, click the paint formatting, and then select what text we want to apply that painted formatting to. There's also the Explore button. So the Explore button in the bottom right hand corner, or you can go under Tools and select Explore from there, or you can use the shortcut for Explore. So this is a nice solution for quick references and allows you to remember the links, do searching, and so on. So it gives you some great way to search documents and the web. So if you wanted to find out whatever the meaning of test was, you could get web results, you could get images, and also content from your drive that's relevant to that search result. And that way, once you have it, you can easily link to it and pull it into your documents. So there's a number of ways to treat images as well, and we had looked at just different ways that we can add images. So for the image, there's a lot of options. We can search the web for images, and we could also use the ones from Explore. Once we have an image that we want to use, we can simply select that image, and that will insert the image. For the image itself, we had some options for aligning it within the text. So we've got the inline, so it's the same as the character, and that's the default. We can wrap text around it, so that will allow us to wrap more text around the image. So if I make the image smaller, the text will wrap around it. If I do inline, what it will do is it will take up that full block line and move the text next. And then there's also the break, so the text will be placed below or above the image itself. We also saw how we can create columns. So we can select insert and or format and select columns. So right now this is a 2-column design. We could go 0, 2, or 3 columns. There's also more options. So we can go all the way up to 3 numerically, and we can also update the spacing of the columns. So right now I've got 2 columns. If I apply 3 columns to the selected content, that content alone will be having the 3 columns applied to it. And notice how the rest stays as 2 columns. So be careful of the content that you select, and when you apply the columns, that column content is only going to be applied to that selected content. So ideally, if you do want to select it for the entire page, make sure that the page has the same amount of columns. Otherwise, you're going to get something like this that doesn't look great. There was also an easy way to add the table of contents. So we could insert and go to table of contents. So we had two options for table of contents, with page numbers or with the blue links. So the blue links are just hyperlinks to wherever the headings and the main heading areas of the document page are. And this is often similar in line with the outline, where we could see the outline of the content. So we've got this little outline box, so we have to go to View, Show Document Outline, or we could use the shortcut. And what this will do is this will allow us to select any content that has headings. So we don't have a whole lot right now. So if we go down, and I think I actually turned everything into a heading. So let me update this to normal text. And I gotta have some line breaks here. I'll update these to headings so that we can see the different headings that are going to be placed within the outline. So the way the outline works is it goes through your document and finds any of the heading text within the different sections. And this is where you can also apply the outline to, and the outline is for navigation. So it allows you to really easily navigate through the document as long as you've got the heading formats added. When you are just starting out with a document, you can always set the preferences within Tools. So the preferences are how you want the documents, so whether you want to use the smart quotes, auto detect lines, lists, automatically correct spelling. So all of this by default is set. You can uncheck them and that will remove those as preferences. We also saw the substitutions, how we can substitute certain words and have that automatically substituted with another word. So this is something that you can use for symbols and also for words and make the updates and the substitutions. And this is very useful if you are using them as you're writing within the document. If you do need these functionality, then set them first before you start using the document. And this will make the document creation a whole lot smoother. And the whole idea is that you want to have a uniform creation of the document. You want to be able to set everything when you first come in and set the styles, set what it's going to look like at first, and then go through and create your document. And this will prevent any unexpected surprises within the formatting. Use the commenting when you are collaborating, as well as the suggestion tool and the versioning. And this will help you keep the document organized, as well as have a good naming convention that everybody understands. And as well, this will also help keep things organized. Also organize it within your drive if you do need a separate folder for it, or if you want to keep it separate from the rest of your documents, or if you have multiple versions, then keep everything organized within your drive as well, as there's a close relationship when you are working collaboratively to what you've got within your drive. When you do get a document that's shared, I do suggest that you do add it to your drive as well, so it automatically doesn't get added to your drive. It will be sitting within shared with me. You're still going to be able to open it from your drive as well as with the link, as long as it's shared with you. But I do suggest that you add it within your drive or a shortcut within your drive. And we saw how to do that under File. We can add a shortcut, and we can also add it to the drive as well directly within the Doc File option. Thanks again for taking the course, and I really hope you enjoy working with Google Docs. And if you have any questions or comments or ideas how to make the course even better, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for all of your support.